Greetings to all lecturers that are watching this video. My name is Lincoln. As the head of this project, which is named Happy Logan, I'm going to give you an overview and introduction towards our game. Now, for introduction, Happy Logan is a story-driven game, and it is made by five amazing group members, which is Lincoln Vijimbai, which is me, Loh Jingyuan, the lead programmer, Muhammad Afi, the story writer, Ng Shu Shen, visual and sound art, and Ong Kok Xuan, the game designer. Now, the basic overview of the Happy Logan is Happy Logan is a short interactive stories which comprise over 4 chapters, and it has its own mysterious vibe, and also it introduced the player to Logan, a cheerful student at medieval high with seemingly normal school life begins to show unsettling cracks beneath the surface. Now, the problem statement of the game is that to make the story emotionally engaging and mysterious, and also to enable and to give modern players an experience of narrative driven where choices influence outcomes. Now, for the objective, we're trying to make the game to engage the player to meaningful choices, to build an unsettling atmosphere, and number 3, introduce mystery elements. Number 4, demonstrate branching logic in C++ using if, else, and switch statements. And 5, prepare the narrative foundation for future chapters. Now, the game character for our game is Logan, which is the main character, Mia, his best friend, and number 3 is Mr. Hell, which is the main antagonist of the game. Now, next I will pass the PAC to my friend Muhammad Afi.
Thank you, Lincoln, for the amazing introduction. Now let's jump straight into the problem analysis chart. Our given data includes player inputs in the form of numbered choices from 1 to 3. The program stores these choices in a variable and uses them to determine how the story unfolds. The required results are to display the correct story scenes based on the player's choices, and to demonstrate the use of if, else, and switch statements effectively while shifting the story's tone from cheerful to mysterious. For processing, the game uses if, else for initial branching, nested if else for deeper decisions, and switch statements to handle multiple dialogue outcomes. Now moving on to the IPO chart, the input consists of the player's choices, which is in an integer value, and the pre-written story text. The process involves reading the player's input and using selection statements to determine which story path to display. Finally, the output is the interactive story itself, the game Happy Logan, a text-based experience that changes based on the player's decisions and demonstrates logical branching in C++.
This flowchart shows how our game Happy Logan runs from start to the end. It begins with displaying the opening scene and player choices. The program then reads the player's input, and using if-else and switch statement, it decides which story path to follow. Each choice leads to a different dialogue or scenes showing how the story changes based on the player's decision. The pseudocode outlines this step in a simplified way before coding in C++. It shows variable declaration, input, decision making, and the output of the stored text. Together, the flowchart and the pseudocode illustrate how our program logic works, turning players' input into interactive storytelling through clear programming structure.
Video reference. It shows how glitches, file changes, and interface tricks to support the horror and storytelling to surprise the players. Besides, it also explains how to plan and write a visual novel for idea and story structure to branching choices and pacing. It also covers how to write meaningful dialogue, organize branching path, use right tools, and manage the collaboration. That's all for me.
For conclusion, for this game, Chapter 1 has successfully combined C++ fundamentals with interactive storytelling. Despite its simple console interface, it delivers emotional depth and mystery through choice-based gameplay. The game lays the groundwork for more advanced features in future chapters, such as multiple ending based on cumulative choice, save or load system, visual interface, 2D pixel art, or simple GUI. Psychological horror expansion, such as exploring the truth behind Project Smile and illusion of happiness.